Right, Ian, welcome to the first class that I'm going to do for you. It's going to be more of a flow. Later ones might be more longer holds, but I figure we'll do this focusing. I know you want to do focusing on a couple things like hips and whatnot. It's going to be pretty straightforward, I think, starting off with, well, you'll see, I guess. So find a comfortable place to sit. We'll start an easy seat, and I know you mentioned wanting some breathing exercises, so we'll just start with the very first pranayama that you need to learn, which is ujjayi breathing. Basically, you just want to sort of tighten the back of your throat a little bit, and you sort of breathe as if you're fogging up mirror or glass, sort of. I don't know if you can hear that when I'm doing it. You can do it with mouth open or mouth closed, but basically you just want to sort of be mindful of trying to maintain that sort of breathing throughout the duration of the practice. So we'll center and ground, set an intention. I'm going to set intention just to be present and mindful as I go through this for the first time. So ujjayi breathing, I'll try to remind you periodically throughout. Let's swing around onto all fours, and we're going to do some cat-cow, which is on cat. You're going to want to breathe in and drop your belly and pull your chest forward. Well, actually, that's cow. For cat, breathing out, round your back, draw your stomach to your back, and then just repeat that a couple times. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's do this a few more times on your own. Ready, come back to all fours, tuck your toes, and then push up your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Try to outwardly rotate your biceps away and make sure you bend your knees sufficiently to have a good fold at your waist. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. This is good for your hips. I know that was one of the things that you were mentioning you were interested in getting some flexibility with. So, all right, drop knees. We're going to fall back into child's pose for a few moments. When you're ready, back up onto all fours, and then back into downward dog. We're gonna get into some sun salutations. The Anjaneyasana will be good for your hip flexors, and just the Uttanasana, the forward fold, is good for your hips and stuff like that. Also, your hamstrings and whatnot. I don't know where you're tight exactly, but so. When you're ready, when you breathe in, lift your right leg up. Breathe out, bring your leg forward and hold it. breathe in, bring it up again. Or breathe out, pull it in, and step through. Lower your left knee, arms up, breathing in. Breathe out, step up into a forward fold. Up, halfway lift, forward fold. Root and rise all the way up. Hands to your heart. Stop for a second. All right, breathe in, hands back up. Forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Step back with your right leg. Lower it. Move the knee. Inhale and breathe as you raise up. Come back down and step back into downward dog. Breathe in as you move forward into plank. Breathe out as you slowly lower to the ground. Breathe in, little baby cobra. Pull back with your hands just very lightly. Breathe out, come back down. And back up into downward dog. Do that again on the other side now. Take a few breaths here. You can always go into child's pose if you need to rest. I suspect that's not a problem for you. I imagine you have the strength to hold downward dog for plenty of time. Ujjayi breathing, remember. And when you're ready, breathe in and lift your left leg up. Breathe out, knee to nose. Breathe in, extend your right leg back up, three-legged dog. Breathe out, step it through, lower your back leg, lift up, come back down. Breathe in as you step forward into your forward fold. As you breathe in, your halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, right leg back. Breathe in. Breathe out, and back into downward dog. Breathe in, roll forward into plank, top of a push-up. Breathe out as you lower yourself slowly to the ground. Breathe in for another baby cobra. Use your back to lift up as much as you can. Breathe out, back down. Lift up. Back into downward dog. And we want to do any more sun salutations. We've promised to not keep this too long for you, so yeah, we're gonna move on to getting into some standing poses that might help you. So a couple breaths here, and when you're ready, raise the right leg. On the inhale, exhale, step your leg through, rise up to our first standing pose. We've got a high lunge, yay. Take a couple moments to arrive. When you're ready, fold out into Warrior Two. Ground through the back of or through the outside of your back leg. Keep your, keep your head above your heart above your hips. Ready, and breathe in. We'll go back into Peaceful Warrior. Breathe out, extended side angle. Stay here for a bit. Kind of turn your heart to the ceiling as much as you can. Gonna get ready to go into triangle pose in a bit because I think that'll be good for your neck. Right. Breathe in, extend back to peaceful warrior again. And back to extended side angle. Now we're going to do Trikonasana, triangle pose. So slowly straighten your right leg. Now really open up your right and your arms. Reach to the ground, reach to the ceiling. Neck sort of looking up to your hand if you can. Just hang out here for a bit. I haven't actually been taught how to cue this pose yet, so kind of winging it, but I will learn at some point, I'm sure. Actually, many of these poses I have not learned to cue yet, so I am faking it till I make it. I hope that you have a rudimentary understanding of yoga already and know some of these already. All right. Now, we're going to inhale and come back up to standing. So inhale and bend in the knee, and we're going to go back into warrior two. All right. Peaceful warrior, breathe in, breathe out, fold all the way back over into a low lunge. Go ahead and twist right into a twist, twist into a twist, arm back down, step back into downward dog, inhale into plank. We're going to lower halfway this time to chaturanga. Inhale and go into upward dog, and downhill, and down. Exhale, back into downward dog. Yay, I can speak. All right, where are we at? Oh yes, we need to do the same thing on the other side. So let's breathe. Actually, if you want to take a break, you can go into Balasana. We'll give ourselves like 5 minutes here, or not 5 minutes, 5 breaths here to relax. Okay, if you've gone into child's pose, take a moment and get back up into downward facing dog. And when you're ready, lift your left leg, extended back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. And inhale, up into high lunge on the other side. You know what? I will turn around so that you get my same sort of view as last time, especially the triangle. Although, all right. You're ready, fold out into warrior two. Again, kind of root through the outside of your back foot. Keep strong in your left leg. Try to maybe even pull your upper thigh straight. Keep your head over your heart over your pelvis. When you're ready, inhale to get back into peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going to hang out here for just a bit again. Sort of get used to being this way. And try to lift, rotate your chest, your heart towards the sky as best you can. Reach with your arm, extend through your foot. All right, inhale back to peaceful warrior. Exhale back to extended side angle one more time. And when we're ready, we're going to go into Trikonasana again. So slowly extend your left leg, raise your right arm to the sky, your left hand to the ground, and look up. And we're going to hold this for a sec. When you're ready, lift up, bend your knee back into Warrior Two. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior. Exhale, bring it all down. Inhale, lift arm to the sky for a twist. Exhale, back down. Return to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now we're all going to go into Balasana for a little bit. I've not done that yet. I've been on my hands, so I'm going to take a little rest. Please join me. I hope you've been remembering to do the Ujjayi breathing. If you haven't, that's okay. Do your best. It's something to remember. I have not remembered it as much. Of course, I've been talking much more than I usually do during yoga, since I'm not normally on this side of the camera. Kind of a little bit different experience, but one that I guess I'm going to be getting used to. Oh, all right. We're going to be getting back down on the ground a little bit. Going to do some twists and some open up your hips a little bit. So, go ahead. Come back onto all fours, and we're going to make our way into easy seats again. I'm going to face this way because we're going to do an extended forward fold here in just a bit, and some bridges and some Supta Baddha Konasanas, because that's where it's at. I didn't mention any props. If you have blocks, you'll have a chance to use them then. You don't have to. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. I'm sorry. I wasn't planning on doing any props, but I realized I've got blocks right there, and I think I might like them. So if you want to, pause this and get blocks when we get to that part. Anyway, extend your legs straight, and we're gonna inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, lean forward. And what I like to do on this is, like, I like to inhale myself straight, and then exhale, fold a little bit forward, more forward. Inhale, I go straight. Exhale a little bit further, and eventually I just collapse myself down and rest for a little bit. Inhale back up, and now let's do it. Supta Baddha Konasana. Get your blocks if you have them. You don't need them. I just like them to give it a little bit better support. Go down to your back with your knees to the sky, and this is otherwise known as bound angle. So in the blocks, if you're going to use them, just on the outside like that. One hand on your heart, one hand on your chest. Now definitely do the Ujjayi breathing. No excuse not to when you're down on the ground. I'll deal with you for a little bit. Put your hands on the outside of your legs and bring them back together. Take the blocks out of the way if you have them. We're going to go into bridge for a little bit, get those hip flexors stretched. And breathe in and breathe out and lift your hips towards the ceiling. If you would like, go ahead and bind your hands underneath. Root down through the back of your head, root down through your feet. Lift up through your waist. Crawl your shoulders under a little bit if you want to. Bind, that makes it a lot easier. Ujjayi breathing. All right, release the bind if you've taken it. Slowly lower it back down to the ground. Grab both of your legs, bring them in towards your chest. I'm gonna twist a little bit. We're gonna do more twisting next time, more like sitting twisting. Right now we're gonna do some supine twists. So extend your left leg, and kick your hip over to the left, and then kind of just roll over. If you have a block, you might want to place it under your knee. Extend your right arm out. Try to look right, but if that's not accessible, feel free to look up or look left, wherever's most comfortable. Stay here for a minute or two. Practice your Ujjayi breathing if you haven't. Opportunity. I've got some other. Next one will be, what was it, Nadi Shodhana, which is an alternate nose breathing, alternate nostril breathing next time. Of that pranayama. All right, bring it back into center. Bring both legs in again. Holding tight this time. Extend your right leg out and fold over the other direction. Fold your left knee over. Extend your left arm. Ujjayi. I'll talk to you about ahimsa. There are yogic concepts called yamas, which is basically how you relate to the external world. There's niyamas also, which is how you deal with your internal world. There's 5 of each, and I decided to, with a couple of friends, practice one for the month. Like, since today's December 1st, we're starting with ahimsa, which is the first yama, and it's basically sort of a combination of non-violence or compassion for yourself and others and stuff like that. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, do what's nice. I'm not sure exactly what that's looking like for me just yet. I'm sort of setting an intention to find places to do that throughout the day, and then I'm checking in at the end of the day to see how it went. Yes, I had some contractors here before, and it went well. I was open and very, well, I'm not nice to folks anyway, but it was another opportunity to practice. So. All right, that's long enough. Breathe in, breathe back into middle. Hold your legs one more time. Go into happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet, kind of pull them down. Here's some more good hip groin openers. Go ahead and stretch your legs if you want to. You don't have to. You can just keep them pulled down. We're going into Shavasana next, so we're at the end pretty much of this particular sequence. I don't even worry about the Ujjayi breathing anymore. We're just going for a nap. All right. hug those knees in one more time. And Shavasana, we'll hang out here. I won't keep you too long. You can always pause it if you want to go longer. I just want to hang out here for like a minute or two. We talk about ahimsa. Yeah, I'm still sort of figuring out, I've written it on my mirror in dry erase marker as a reminder, so I'll see that at the beginning of every day. And we'll set an intention to find opportunities to do that. Yeah, I'd like to think I embody that kind of, fairly well already, but there's always it's so interesting how setting an intention to do something really brings it out and makes it more, you do notice opportunities for that, to do that more and everything. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the next month of ahimsa brings for me. So, if you want to join in, go right ahead. Text me if you decide to do that. I'd love to love to hear about it. I can send you more information if you want to know about it too. And I'll shut up now because it is Shavasana. We're supposed to be resting and I'm yammering on it. So. That's long enough for me. If you want to hear more, pause the video, because I'm officially ending Shavasana. Start bringing some movement to your fingers and your toes. Come back to your body. When you're ready, roll over into a fetal position. Yay, yoga. And when you're ready, go ahead and press up. Come back into Sukhasana one more time. Easy seat. Thank you for asking me to do this for you. I look forward to doing another one. I hope you enjoyed this. Feedback is welcome. If there's stuff that you liked, didn't like I said, there's obviously, this is one style. We can do different styles. I can definitely do one where we're doing longer holds on specific parts, but I thought we would just start with this and go from there. Let's Om and put your hands together in prayer. We're going to breathe in and Om on the way out. Join me. Ready? Breathe in. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.